Would you say that the first thing that everybody needs to do is accept what they are going through, or who they are, or what is important for them? What would you say?
Yeah, acceptance sometimes comes from hopelessness.
And it's very difficult.
Yeah,
most people are in denial. I'm sure you'll agree with that.
This is why I say, to some degree, at least in my case, it came and it can come from hopelessness. If someone's at the gym and they keep lifting weights and they have no choice but to lift the weight, like, because life keeps forcing its pressure, so they have to keep standing. Either they stand or they decide,
or they famish,
or they decide to end it.
Yeah.
But let's say they continue getting up because that's the inclination. How many times are you going to get up before you give up complaining? So it's like that.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And that is acceptance. That's the point.
Yeah. So you first accept what you're going through rather than be in denial.
Or yeah, it could be conscious. In many people's case, it's
some
not
people
conscious.
Don't even know what they're going through.
Or they don't even know they've accepted until they're on the other side. Sometimes the water just keeps pressuring and it wears you down. And then once it's worn you down, you're in a permanent state of acceptance.
So what would you say to those people who are confused, who don't even know what they are going through? Because they might be going through multitude of emotions at the same time.
Yeah, that's a difficult situation. If you feel confused, that's probably one of the worst pains I can empathize with.
Wouldn't it be nice that even if you're going through multiple emotions, still, find a way to get physically fit, and then other things may follow?
Yeah, and but that can be really hard if someone is experiencing those emotions. Sometimes the question isn't even there as to how to solve. And so if they can ask themselves the questions that they can't answer and wrestle with that, I think something has to be wrestled with. That's my contention.
And so do you feel all of us can... Well, that's a tough one. Would you feel all of us can do something to come out of those negative emotions, or some people are just hopeless or helpless?
I think it always comes down to power. There's no way that I live in this vehicle. It's like a car. There's no way that I'm going to be able to cross the street if I don't have enough power. And in the same way, if I have this vehicle, I need power. And so there are lots of ways to accrue power, and people use that power in all kinds of malicious ways. But that's up to people. I'm not responsible for those people, but I can give the same answer. It's a generic answer. You need power. One way or another, you need power. You have to decide what to do with it.
And sometimes you need to generate that power, and going to the gym is one way of generating that
It's
power.
one way of eliminating the leaking and the excess gasoline that's just spilling out of there for no reason. At the very least, you want to contain the energy and emotion that you do have.
And today people don't even have to go to the gym if they can't afford. There are tons of videos available. Wouldn't you say that, for doing meditation, asana?
Yeah, they're either lazy or they don't have the proper leadership,
or they're in
guidance.
denial, or they're not in acceptance of what they're going through. Wouldn't you say that?
Attention span is really bad. I can even empathize to some degree with that, even though I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to put myself in these people's shoes so they can't concentrate on a single task for longer than a minute at a time. I don't think if you're in that state and you don't have anyone around you to help you, I don't know if I have advice for that. It's why, to some degree, I come back to, you're blessed if your curse starts to tip towards the proper direction and you start to get a little bit of leeway. Once you get a little bit of leeway, I say go the full way. I say leverage that. Once you gain a little bit of momentum, you catch yourself on one lucky day and you just so happen to be outside and you do one push-up. Don't stop, because who knows when you're going to start back up again. That was my fear for a while. The momentum continues to build, and it's like that. It's like a crescendo. And I hope at the end of it, people's lives become the symphony.
Wonderful. It's been so nice talking to you. Thank you so much. And this has to be continued. I have few more questions and we will continue. Thank you.